Welcome everyone, I am your host Mike. This is IPO Market Watch, and in this YouTube video I am going to take a deep dive in what is, in my opinion, one of the greatest investments that I could possibly make. Easy money, in my opinion, super easy money. Out of all the YouTube videos I came out with, I would say that only 3, maybe 5 stocks are the ones that I rate 99.99% sure, easy money for me, personally speaking. Not for you. It never is for you. You have to do your own homework, right? So if you want to find out about a stock that I personally believe will do 100% gains for sure, in my opinion, for me, not for you. You have to do your own homework. You have to judge for yourself. That is easy money. And when I say easy money, what do I mean? How is easy money made on an easy money stock? Well, you have to invest. You have to invest money. That's just the way I do it. If I find something that I believe is easy money, I'm going to go heavy. I'm really going to go heavy. That's just my opinion. And, that's it. One of the easy money stocks that I had called in the past, so that way you understand what I mean, was Lumen Technologies. And I had, called that at $3.72. I have, I've done YouTube videos about it in the past. And it was the first time I called it at 372 was in the Discord. Then I did a YouTube video about it at 396, something like that, and it did over 100% gains within a few months. And that's not even over. The other easy money stock that I had before Lumen Technologies that I was, like 99.99% sure was Rocket Lab, when I had done 5 YouTube videos when it was at $4 and so on. So, they don't come often. They don't. Like I said, maybe 2-3 stocks a year that I believe are easy money. And that might be too much, right? So when there is a 99.99% sure thing, I go heavy. That's just my opinion, right? Let me know in the comment section below how you approach it. And so don't think that just because you buy a stock, it's going to go green right away. You guys got to stop that, the smart ones. All right, you got to stop that. It's never going to happen. You know that, and you see it with your own decisions and your portfolio. So stop acting smart. When we invest, we buy, and we have at the back of our mind, if we're sure and we like the stock, that at some point I want to buy more, and the stock will go down. So I'll buy more then, right? That's called smart investing. I invest, I accumulate, I hold, I make money. Before I get to that stock, did you know, fun fact, you can buy an entire barrel of oil with just 1 ounce of silver. It's crazy. That's a fun fact. 1 ounce of silver, and you can buy an entire barrel of oil and more. Maybe a barrel and a half. By the way, check this out, because this is pretty cool, and I'm very happy about it, because that shows that our tools in the Discord are working amazing. One of our members just posted this in pre-market, said, did anyone notice yesterday around 3:40 p.m. there were 8 different trades on HUT in the unusual options feed totaling 55,190 call contracts, while the price of HUT was $36.80, all December 19 expiration dates. Different strikes. Pre-market HUT is over $44 right now. And so our unusual options channel is super amazing. It has helped many of us make money. So if you're in the Discord, this is the unusual options channel. Here's an example of information that it gives us. So it'll give you like HUT. It'll tell you the sentiment is bullish. It will tell you what the price was at that time, which was $36. It tells you what the target is, that it was $45 that the institutions were targeting by December 19th. Today, December 17th, HUT HUT has just hit $45. Okay, so we're going to talk about SentinelOne. SentinelOne is the most intriguing company there is in the stock market. One of the most intriguing, one of very few. We have to be careful with what we invest going forward, basically. That's it. So I think that investing in a cybersecurity company like SentinelOne makes a lot of sense to me. Let me explain what I mean. SentinelOne operates as a cybersecurity provider in the United States and internationally. The company's Singularity platform delivers an artificial intelligence-powered autonomous threat prevention, detection, and response capabilities across an organization's endpoints, cloud workloads, identity credentials, and enables seamless autonomous protection against a spectrum of cyber threats.
No systems crashing, flights grounding, cities going dark. In a world where AI accelerates every threat, Sentinel-1's AI stops threats before they start.
In the most recent YouTube video I had published, I talked briefly about Sentinel-1, and I want to show you real quick what I had said, which makes a lot of sense, and then we're going to branch out more into what I had said then in more detail now. They complain about Sentinel-1 after the most recent earnings and the stock went down, and it's not a cybersecurity company, their product suite sucks. You know what? Anyone who says that, instead of saying it's not a cybersecurity company or their cybersecurity products suck, instead of saying that, why don't you back what you state with facts? Because anybody can just say the stupidest thing on earth. If it's not a cybersecurity company worthy of their product offerings and all that stuff, gee, I wonder why earlier in the year, and it's not from Reddit, it's from mainstream media, why was there a try to buy out Sentinel-1 by a much bigger company? Palo Alto? Why? Why would a much bigger company with billions and billions of dollars in the cybersecurity world try to buy out Sentinel-1? I mean, you think you're smarter than them? You think that you know that Sentinel-1 is not good in cybersecurity, which you can't even explain why? One day after that YouTube video, and I wonder if they watched my video. Probably. I don't know. Maybe. You never know. Probably not. Citron. They came out with their own bullish report on Sentinel-1. Out of all the companies, they chose Sentinel-1. And they said that Sentinel-1 still undervalued after shift to AI narrative platform. Now, what did they mean by that? Why did they say it? Well, they stated the following. The firm said that the company's pivot has expanded its relevance across cloud, data, AI security, yet the stock has fallen more than 30% this year. They argued that the market is discounting the company's execution and its role in several high-profile cyber investigations, which have strengthened confidence in its technology. The firm also highlighted growth in emerging products, which now account for roughly half of new contracts. They also said that strong ROI metrics and efficiency gains in these areas support higher valuation, and so on. I'll just make it very simple. Forget what some investment firm comes out with. Forget about what I say. How about this? If you have a company, right? Just forget about the stock. Let's talk about Sentinel-1, the company. So if you have a company where every single year, the revenue, we'll look back at the last 5 years. Every single year, the revenue grows 25%, 23%, 30%. But it grows every single year, right? This is the revenue growth of Sentinel-1 since 2021. And we could go back from 2020, the same thing. It was even less. Every single year, the revenue growth goes bigger, bigger, bigger. In 2026, already projected by management to be even bigger. It just grows and grows and grows and grows and grows every single year. And you're telling me that this is not a company worth looking at? This is not a company whose cybersecurity products are not good? If anyone says that, they have no clue what they're talking about. Just the revenue speaks for itself. But obviously, we're not going to look at just the revenue. We're not. Let's just look at a company whose revenue grows every single year and their debt goes down every single year to the point where now they literally have no debt. Guys, when you have this revenue growth and now no debt, are you serious? I don't think this company is getting the credit it deserves for the consistent growth it puts out. They criticize the company for giving soft guidance. What soft guidance? What soft guidance? Their guidance is still higher. They still guide it for revenue higher than anything previously before. They still guide it for no debt anymore. What is wrong with people? I think that Sentinel-1 is being brought down on purpose. Call me a conspiracy theorist. It is brought down on purpose.
This is a conspiracy.
Because I've noticed through the years, when there is a big company that wants to buy out someone else, somehow, miraculously, at some weird reason, that stock goes down, down, down. And then, all of a sudden, we get that, at some point, unexpectedly, the huge spike. And everyone's like, what happened? And then we read the news. Oh, they got acquired.
Has he had a long history of mental illness?
As long as I've known him.
So SentinelOne's most recent earnings was a GAAP EPS of 7 cents, which beat by 2 cents, and they had a revenue of $258.9 million, up 22.9%, like literally 23% year-over-year growth, and that beat by 2.72 million. Looking at this as the most recent earnings, guess what? The stock fell. For Q3 of 2026, SentinelOne outperformed top and bottom line estimates with strong growth in emerging products, despite near-term margin moderation and conservative Q4 guidance of $1 billion annual recurring, barely tapping $100+ billion in total addressable market. So, I mean, we have plenty of room to grow. There's plenty of room to grow. Palo Alto knows that. They know that. They're seeing a SentinelOne company that is growing every single year. Growing every single year. Revenues going up, 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 up. Debt going down, down. Let me show you the debt. This is the debt. This is the total debt of the company. In 2021, all right, so this is the debt here in 2021. Going to 2026, practically zero. $10 million is practically zero. Game over total debt. Gone. Finished. Finito. I don't know how else to say it. How do you say in Chinese? So SentinelOne expects their fiscal 2026 to be approximately $1 billion, representing a 22% increase year over year. And their gross margins for 2025 was 78.7%. And they expect the gross margins for 2026 to be 77.7%. And yeah, we had some weird analysts, some weirdo, wacko, crazy, in my opinion, saying, oh, well, the gross margin went down. It didn't go down. Come on, man, from 78% to 77%. Why are we looking at that? And we're not looking at the total debt of the company going to practically zero. The AI inflection point, how agentic and Gen AI are reshaping security operations. At OneCon 2025, they say that we unveiled the next generation of purpose agentic AI capabilities. It's a true step towards autonomous security operations where humans and AI work together seamlessly. The other part of SentinelOne that analysts are not focusing on, and in my view, they're using a microscope to try to find in a microscopic level anything negative to excuse their stupid analysis. And someone asked me, what does it take to become an analyst on Wall Street? I'm not going to answer that question because anyways, they're not focusing on the positive free cash flow, right? They're not focusing on that, and they should, because it's getting better. Just like total debt is getting better and gone, like I said, revenue is getting better, so is free cash flow. They're now firmly positive in free cash flow. Why is no one focusing on that? Why is no one talking about that? Why does Mike have to talk about it? So free cash flow in 2025 turned positive for the first time in 5 years. And it is projected by management to double that of what 2025 was. Okay, when I look at all of the information that I just said, which is very small information, it's not a true deep dive, it's still enough to convince me that I can't go wrong by investing in SentinelOne. And this is just my opinion, of course. It's not a fact, and it's not financial advice. And you definitely have to do your own independent research and deciding for yourself. So the key takeaway that I would say, SentinelOne now is trading at yearly lows. It is an undervalued cybersecurity company. There's plenty of strong growth ahead, and it's only in the beginning. Free cash flow is now firmly positive. Revenue is growing. It is still projected to grow by 22%, as it does every single year, minimum 22%. Total debt is going away, wiped out, gone. And I don't see anything stopping this company from growing. I am not recommending this stock to you. I am letting you know what I believe for me. That's it, right? I'm presenting information in, my opinions and all that. You have to do your own research, guys. Now, if you want to join our Discord/Patreon community for tools, amazing stuff that can show you stocks that can grow. Let me show you an example. Our unusual options tool right here. Back on December 10, it was talking about PAAS when it was at $41. Told us it was bullish. Told us the target price of 55. Within a few days, it went to 51, from 47 to 51, and still has room to grow. How about SATS? When it was $97, it told us bullish. It told us the target price at 105. Within a couple days, it already hit 110. And there's plenty of other tools that we have, like Stock Wizard with 30 AI commands the BMW signals, automated scanner, many other things. If you want to join us, the link is in the description of the video, in the comment section below. I wish you guys all the best and take care, everyone.